Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah to you.
Happy Hanukkah
All of
to
the
me.
above to you. This is Skip versus Ernestine, round 52, but our Christmas edition.
You don't have red on, you have white on.
I just decided to wear white. I don't know. Just a whim. I don't know.
Very white.
I'm trying to blot you out like the sun.
There we go.
I'm the
Much
sun
better.
in this relationship. The S-U-N, not the S-O-N. You think I'm like your son,
Yeah,
right?
son of a gun.
Yeah, son of a gun. We'll get to your questions about Christmas in just a moment, but first, our Christmas backgrounds. You could start. You were born to a Jewish mother in
Jewish
New York,
mother, Italian
Long Island,
father.
Italian father.
I celebrated Christmas, I celebrated Hanukkah, but we didn't celebrate Hanukkah. I think there's a question about that.
Yeah.
Gifts.
Okay.
So I celebrated everything.
So you sort of, I did know your mother pretty well,
Yeah,
and
me too.
she was obsessed with, as a Jewish woman, Christmas.
She loved Christmas.
She loved Christmas. She lived for Christmas,
She loved
like
Christmas.
year round. She wanted to keep
She wanted
her
to keep the
decorations
Christmas
up
tree up
all
all year
year.
long. It made her
right?
happy. Yeah.
Made her happy
She loved decorating.
because
My
she
house
loved
was,
that time of year more than she did Hanukkah, really,
Yeah,
because
well.
Hanukkah was never a thing.
Well, she was
Really?
married to my father for 55 years, and he was Italian Catholic, so
Yeah.
you become... But my house was, the minute it was Christmas time, my mother had the Christmas decorations outside the door, outside on the front lawn, and she was baking. My mother baked. We would bake every Christmas Eve, gingerbread men, fruit cakes. We would just do, and then my father, being Catholic, we would always have the fish Friday night. You know, for that was it seven fishes, whatever. I grew up very Christmas-y.
Very Christmassy.
And we loved Christmas music. My father played Christmas music. My mother loved it. We would watch Christmas movies.
So the irony to me about your background is that you did come from a Jewish mother
Yeah.
who loved Christmas as much as any Christian I ever knew. And I grew up in the Christian faith around a lot of Christians, some in name only, but a whole lot of Christians, where for me, from the very beginning, it was definitely a religious holiday.
Yeah.
And yet, your mom, Evelyn, took it as the greatest holiday of all and turned it into, not that she didn't think it was a sort of a sacred night
She
and
thought
day.
of it like that, because we even had, growing up, my sister will attest to this, we had a little manger that we put under the tree.
Incredible. Yeah.
Had little baby Jesus, not to sound like Talladega Nights, but had baby Jesus, and it had all, these were probably, now they're worth a lot of money because they were hand carved.
Yep.
And they were beautiful. And my mother would knit little ornaments. We had little knitted ornaments for the tree that my sister still has some. It was a big deal.
But,
But my mother believed in Christ and Jesus and all of...
well, did she? Or did she just believe in God?
Well, she believed in the reason why there's a Christmas. My mother knew the reason why there was a
Yeah.
Christmas. And my father was very religious. My father's aunt was a nun.
Oh.
We came
I didn't
from
know
a
that.
very...
I knew she was a nun, but I
course,
didn't know
she's-
your father was that religious.
My father would go to church every Sunday with his family. Yeah, my father grew
He
up
would?
in a Catholic house, of course.
Did you ever go to Mass with your father?
Maybe once or twice, but we didn't do it as a family.
Okay.
You know, I would go once or twice with my dad, and then I would go to temple with my mother, but we never did it as a family activity.
Very interesting about the manger that you would have.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was the flip in that the only good thing my mother ever did for me, God rest her soul, was she forced me to go to church. She didn't care what I did on Saturday night. She just said, we're going to go to church. Why was that? Because
So she could show off her new outfits?
no, that's part of it.
I
Part of
figured
it.
that was the
That's not a
reason.
bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
But mainly it was because the church we attended, called Epworth Methodist Church, was about 2 blocks from my grandmother's house. So my grandmother would drag my grandfather to church service. But my mother lived to impress her mother. She was the youngest of 3 children, and she was the only daughter of my dynamo dominant grandmother. So my mother wanted to show her mother that she was going to show up in church with her 3 kids
Right.
every single Sunday, that they will go to Sunday school, as they called
Right.
it, which is the hour or so before the church service, and that they will sit through church service next
Yeah.
to my mom. But it was all for show, for the most part, with my mother. But the incredible thing was, at my house, we didn't celebrate Christmas that much. It wasn't like for most people, it becomes Giftmas. It's
Right.
not Christmas, because the Christ is Christ, as in Jesus, as in it's his birthday. He was
Right.
born on Christmas,
Celebrating,
right?
Yeah, that's why you're celebrating.
So all I knew from the start was that I was taken by the religious holiday that was the birth of Christmas, right?
Right.
And so all those carols, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear,
Right.
Joy to the World, O Little Town of Bethlehem,
We
Away
Three
in the
Kings,
Manger,
We
Away
Three
in the
Kings,
Mangers, right? Away in the Manger,
Right.
No crib for a bed.
We Three Kings of.
We Three Kings. That's the same. All
Yeah.
rolled up into the nativity story, became a huge thing to me. So all I wanted to do for Christmas was to read, not that I was, zealot religious, but I wanted to read the different versions of the birth of Christ
Right.
in the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, because they're all a little weirdly different. And the whole concept of Mary becoming pregnant, wait a second, not by Joseph,
Right.
by heavenly conception, right?
Yeah.
Then that fascinated me. So I got into it, and that Christmas Eve night is just magical to me. Even now, it's just when you're out, if we go to church on
Yeah.
Sunday evening, as we hope to do this
In the floods,
coming.
since it's going to be pouring
I think
rain.
it's going to
Yeah.
be pouring rain.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to pull that off, but
I don't know.
But of course, it's the only day or night of the year where the church that we've attended, that I go to, is standing room only. It's Easter and Christmas, but it's more Christmas than
Right.
Easter. To tell you the truth, it's harder to get a seat at Christmas
Yeah.
than it is
Yeah.
at Easter. Okay, so then the gift giving part was always hit and miss in my house, where it wasn't emphasized. And we're going to get into the whole Santa Claus issue, but it's just so weird, because I just don't have that many good memories, because I came from a pretty broken home. It was alcohol doused and big trouble with both parents, but there was little to no love in the house, so it didn't manifest in, oh, it's such a great day. Like your mom is just beaming joy
loved it.
on Christmas morning because
Loved
it's
it.
Christmas morning.
So did my father.
Yeah, okay. And the gift giving was a big deal, but in my house, it weirdly wasn't that big a deal. But the religious part of it, the part that began it all, was always a big deal, and remains, as you know, a big deal. I'm going to read the nativity story in the Bible, because it just reminds me of how this came to be. And so it's more of a religious holiday to me than a gift-giving holiday, although we just got finished giving gifts to everybody in our life, and I think I'm going to have to take out a loan, because we spend a lot of money on gifts because we care. But it's what you do.
It's the way of the world. It's
the
what
way
it
of the
is.
world. And now you feel pressure to give to people you work with and sort of know or interact with on a weekly or monthly basis,
It's
right?
Christmas. It's what it is. It's what it's
what
all
it
about.
is. So that's what you do.
It's giving. For me, I look at it as though you're giving back to people that have helped you, that have been in your life. And I like it. I honestly, I like giving gifts more than
You do.
receiving. That
You
is
do.
me.
That is a fact.
I'm a gift giver.
She is a great
all
gift
year
giver.
long.
You like to have feedback. You like to have
Well,
reinforcement
I
in
like,
return.
Yeah, but I like to give gifts if I know that somebody is going to like something.
Yeah.
It thrills me to give somebody a gift that I know, oh my God.
That's true.
I get joy in that more than
Fact.
getting gifts for me.
That is a fact.
And so I like to give back to people that have been good to me, or that I acknowledge and have been in my life the whole year.
Well said.
As a Christmas gift, as a
I
thank you.
co-sign on that.
That's what I do.
This is our first questions from Calvin from Pittsburgh. Suddenly the Steelers, who knew? They're hot. I don't know what happened, but they
I
just
know,
did.
they're
Aaron
hot.
Rodgers. Okay. What was the best and worst Christmas gift you were given, Ernestine? Best and worst.
I was never given a bad gift by my family.
Okay.
I didn't grow up with money, so my father did.
Without money.
I didn't grow up with money. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of money.
No.
So my father busted his butt working, and whatever he gave us, I mean, we always had gifts, whether, my mom and dad they were Christmas Eve, that we would get the tree on Christmas Eve because it's cheaper to get a tree on Christmas Eve. They discount the trees, so my father would bring home the tree at 6 o'clock on Christmas Eve, and we always decorated
That's
it.
good. That's a good
otherwise,
idea,
trees were
actually.
too expensive.
Yeah.
And so.
But it's more fun to decorate it then.
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve. We put on music. My mother and I would be baking in the kitchen, and they would wrap the gifts late at night. And I remember, getting up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning with my sister and brother, and running down to open it. And we'd go run in my mother's room and say, "Mom, look what Santa gave me." And meanwhile, she was Santa, kind of, but I still believe in a Santa.
Yep.
I never got a bad gift, but the one gift I did get was when I worked at the PR agency, and I was always 24/7 the worker bee that I was and still am. And my boss at the time, who was just a bitch, gave me a gift card for Starbucks, and I didn't drink coffee. I gave it to my sister, and she went with my mother to Starbucks, and it was like for $10, and you couldn't even get 2 coffees for it because my sister had to put money to it.
That's the worst then?
No, yeah, I think it was either $5 or $10. I mean, that's like really low blow.
That's a low
So
blow.
that was the worst gift I ever got from anybody.
Okay.
The best gift, I never got a gift that blew my mind. Like, well, you've given me good gifts.
Who knew? Well,
Hazel was a gift around Christmas time.
She was.
She actually came home on Christmas Eve.
She came home on Christmas
We
Eve.
were able to bring her home on Christmas Eve, so I'd say she was the best
Okay,
gift,
I'll
even though
buy
she
that.
drives me crazy and she bites me and things,
She
but I
does.
still love her. But she was a good Christmas gift.
By the way, you took Hazel to the vet by yourself with the help of your sister Joyce this past Saturday, and
She drove the car.
she drove the car
She
there.
loves
and-
driving. Who knew?
And she actually didn't bite
No,
anybody
she
at
didn't
the
bite
vet.
anybody. She liked them all, and they didn't have to put a muzzle on her, and
Yeah.
she was cool. She got an allergy shot. She didn't even balk.
No flinch.
And she was
no?
happy, and then she drove the car home.
Right?
She's sitting in the car, driving
She
driving
does. I
the
got
car.
video.
Yeah, we have video. We
Yeah.
should post it.
And we thought that her teeth were about to fall out, and he
She's got
said,
great
"No,
teeth.
they're okay.
They have really good
Just
teeth.
need a little
so,
cleaning."
So she was a good Christmas present.
So she got passing grades
she
from
did.
the vet.
And you?
Okay,
Best and
worst. Okay, here's what you have to understand. So, without going into gory detail, my father from the start was insanely jealous of me. I was the firstborn, and he doted on my mother, who was way out of his league. He married way up. I don't know why she chose him. That's a whole nother story, but she did. My mother was very pretty and, like my grandmother, a dynamo in crowds who could just take over rooms you saw her in action.
Yep.
She just had one of those personalities, but so do you and so did your mom
yeah.
in different ways, but still take over the room kind of personality. And as soon as I came, and she only had me and then 2 more for the sake of her mother, because her mother said, "You got to give me grandchildren." But she didn't want children. My father didn't want children because he wanted all of her to him. And so all of a sudden I come into the world and she's starting to dote on me because I brought attention to her. And so right away, my father would try to undercut me on Christmas. That would be the worst day.
You grew up in a wacky house. I got to tell you, I had wackiness in my house, but your house takes the cake.
So it started with my 4-year-old Christmas, which I will never forget. I've got one of the autobiographical memories where I can see.
He remembers everything. When he remembers himself being in a
And
crib
I can
at
see
6
the
months
tree.
old.
We're in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house on 43rd Street in Oklahoma City. He's trying to start this little hole-in-the-wall barbecue restaurant. They're barely making it. We're going from night to night. We got a little money. We got no money. And yet, all I wanted was a bicycle, because every kid around that age says, "Give me a bicycle." I see kids in the neighborhood riding bicycles. I don't care what it is, junk. Just go buy a secondhand bicycle. I just want a bike.
Right.
And on Christmas morning, I walk in and Santa has left me a little green bike. I'll never forget it. It had silver sort of
Streamers?
no,
Handlebars?
guards, wheel guards.
yeah.
But it was green.
Yeah.
What's my least favorite
Green.
color is green. So I think he probably asked me what color I wanted, red or blue, green. So he goes and selects a green girl's bike.
Oh,
so
God.
he selects a girl's bike and tells my mother on Christmas morning in front of me. My brother at that point was 2 years old, so he couldn't comprehend. But he says, I wanted him to start on a girl's bike so he didn't tear up his testicles. So I don't even know what he's talking about at this point. Tear up my testicles? Well, I'm not going to slip off the seat and tear up my testicles at
family is
age 4.
whacked.
It's just, okay, he was just trying to impress my mother and to sort of gig me a little bit, like,
It's crazy.
put the knife in a little bit.
Kind of wacko
Yeah.
family.
And so my memories of Christmas gifts are no good, because then a few years later, I go to church camp up in Colorado, and I found I was really good with the bow and arrow. And so we had a big competition the last day of church camp, and I was just a little kid. I was like 9, I think. And the older 15 and 16-year-olds, I was in a competition with them, and I finished 3rd in the competition. I thought, I'm pretty good at this. So for Christmas, I asked for a backyard archery target, which is just it's a big straw,
With a round
round
thing on it,
with the target on the front of it. And they weren't expensive, and it's not that big a deal, and that's all I wanted.
Right.
So I could shoot my bow and arrow in the backyard and practice my archery. And so he came late to our little celebration we had at my grandmother's house on Christmas Eve, which we always did with that part of the family, the bigger family.
Extended.
And then he came in late and came over to me and says, I don't want to stay here. He said, you come home with me, because he wanted somebody to ride home with him. He's drinking all the way home, which is fine. He drove drunk the whole time I was a child and never had an accident. Don't ask how. But we're driving home, and I'm still in the Santa mode.
Right.
And he says, well, I got you what you wanted for Christmas. And I said, well, I asked Santa for that. I thought that was a Santa thing. He said, no, I got it. It's right there. And he's in this panel truck that he catered parties with. And I turn around in the front seat. I know exactly the intersection we're at. I turn around and look, and there's my target in the back seat. Well, it's supposed to be a surprise, right?
I feel bad for your
It's
father.
just
I know
terrible.
that he was a wacky.
No,
and
he was
stuff,
a
but
wacko.
He
Just
did
completely.
try. He
I
just
guess
didn't know
so.
how to communicate.
I don't
That's
know.
sad. Though.
Yeah, and then the reason I don't have any good memories is about that same age. So check
God,
this out.
this is like getting worse. I
Okay,
feel
well,
like
it's
there's
not
a
worse.
bad Charlie Brown Christmas story.
But my
Womp womp.
grandmother, they had a little bit of money, so she would always give the grandkids something that would be
Oh
like.
God! Don't tell me you got coal.
No, I didn't get coal. Like, she would buy everybody their first Boy Scout or Cub Scout uniform. That was like a big deal at Christmas.
That's
she would get
nice.
the
Right.
outfit, whatever
Yeah.
it was, the Cub Scout thing
Yeah.
with the shirt.
That's nice.
Right? So
Oh no!
I'll
Don't
never
tell me
forget.
You got a
no,
brownie outfit.
No, I didn't get a brownie outfit, but one Christmas, I had 4 cousins who were all males, about 3 to 4 years older than me, and my grandfather gave each of them their first rifle, hunting rifle, but it was just like a .22 caliber.
Bad
It's just
family.
no, that's a good thing. Everybody got those.
Okay.
Like, that was a big deal. And I was just devastated she didn't give me one. Like, I'm old enough to shoot, right?
You got a bad family. I
that's
got to
just
tell you.
Okay, so that's why with the gifts, I don't.
All right, so now I got to get you an archery
I don't
set,
have
a bike, and a gun.
I need a.
That's
I
to
do.
get-
I need an archery target.
Make
We
up
could
for
put it
all
in
the-
here.
We could do that here.
I could do
And
that.
you could ride the
inside.
bike around while you shoot blanks.
Yeah, I could ride around the complex.
Oh my God!
Just give me a girl's
I
bike.
never had bad memories like that. I don't know. I got dolls. I got nice things. I don't know.
I just
Anyway,
don't.
family was like
I mean, I guess
from Stephen King or
I
something.
guess the straw target was the best gift I
that
got,
was
and the
nice.
worst
He
gift.
tried,
No,
and
he
the
tried.
and the
Well, I asked
bike
for
he
it.
tried. He just didn't know.
So Michelle from Portland asked the magic question: when did you stop believing in Santa?
I still believe in
Okay.
Santa.
You still believe?
I
She
believe
does.
that there's a Santa
She believes-
somewhere.
She
I'm a
still believes
very-
that the Wizard of Oz actually happened,
I
that
believe
she
that
went to
too.
Oz.
Yeah, I believe that
It
too.
wasn't just a
No, it
concussion
wasn't a
dream.
concussion. No, I
right?
believe that she really went there.
Okay.
So fault me if you want.
So
but
you
I
still
think-
believe in Santa?
I do. I believe that there's a Santa. Somewhere in this world, I believe there's a Santa.
Okay, now I got my last downer story of this
Oh
episode.
God, this is like getting womp womp. This is like this is worse than Charlie Brown.
So here's okay.
Tree.
So my grandmother on my father's side, his mother, who was just this
Tyler, are you taking notes?
tough old.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, this grandmother's from Okmulgee, Oklahoma,
I know,
and
we've
she
been
was
there.
tough. I took her there.
went there.
Just a little town, kind of
Little town.
northeast Oklahoma by Tulsa.
Dirt road, yeah.
It's not dirt roads, but
Well,
whatever.
Back then it was.
No, it really wasn't.
okay.
It's just a little town. It was an oil boom town that I think for a while did really well when the
okay.
oil first hit, but a lot of roughnecks stayed in there. That's why my grandmother owned these like slum apartments that were like, 50 cents a day or night.
Right.
Anyway, so she was a tough old hard boot of a kind of a man woman.
Right.
That's what she always reminded me of, more of a man than
Right,
a woman.
right.
Not sexually, just
Right.
she was a
Attitude-wise,
badass.
yeah.
We'd go collect her rent, and she had a gun in the trunk, and she would go take it out
Should
and
have
take it
taken
up
her
there.
gun.
I know, but she had a big pistol, and she would use it in a heartbeat.
Oh, my
But the
God.
point was, she comes
tell
over.
ya.
I'm probably 7. Is that your phone?
Yeah, it's my
Why
friend
don't you
calling.
turn it
I'm
off?
turning it off. It is.
Okay.
It's on vibrate.
Who knew? So
My friend Robin. I'll tell her later.
Okay.
And then Francesca called.
Oh,
Everybody's
good.
calling.
They're all
Okay.
calling you right now.
Anyway.
So I'm probably 7-ish.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over to my other grandmother's, and she's there. So
Right.
we're just sitting with her captive audience while my mother is primping, getting ready to go out
Right,
on
right,
Christmas Eve.
right.
So we're sitting, and we're watching the local TV track Santa's path
Yeah.
across the sky.
I
Oh,
love
he's
that.
over
Yeah, I like when
Iowa
they do
right now,
that.
and he's
I
on
like
his way
that.
to Oklahoma.
I like that.
Right? And you
Yeah.
can see the
Yeah,
sleigh
the
out.
sleigh, yeah.
Right.
It's very cute.
It's very cute. So it's me, and my sister wasn't even born yet because she was 7, maybe close. But I'm 7. Rick,
Right.
my brother, is 5.
Right.
So we're just sitting on the couch with Fanny,
Right.
Fanny Davis, and all of a sudden we're watching TV, and she says, "Well, why do they do this? There's no Santa Claus." And we're both like, "What? There's no
It
Santa
gets
Claus?"
worse. By the moment, I got to tell you, your family was really
And I
crazy.
always, I suspected there wasn't a Santa, but now my little brother is like, "What? There's no Santa?" I said, "No, she's just saying that. She just said
That's
she's just
terrible.
She just didn't.
these
I
are
told my
horrible
brother
stories.
she's in a bad mood.
These are terrible stories.
Okay,
so-
well, it's just the truth. It's just
Well, it's the truth about your family was really, they're very crazy.
yeah, but Christmas is still, like I said, it's sacred to me as a holiday.
Right, but
so,
you don't look at it as anything
I know,
else
but
except
the
that. There's
gifts didn't matter anymore.
festivities around it. There's
know.
gifts and there's
Nativity
holiday
festivity.
decorations and all
Okay.
of those things.
All right.
I mean, we didn't put a tree up, but I did buy a tree on Amazon. I got a little pink tree
You did?
that I put
Oh,
up.
it's up there.
It's
We
2
should-
feet tall. I have a picture of it.
Okay, you do?
Yeah, I
you
have a
could show it.
picture
It's
of it. I'll
just
show
over
it. I
there.
have it
We could
right
show
here.
it here.
I sent it to a lot of friends. Here, I don't know if you could see my tree.
Oh, that's cute.
It's a tree, and it has like, I put little decorations around it.
Okay.
It's adorable. Look here.
Good
look.
job.
$22.99 on Amazon.
Really?
Look, $22.99 on
It's a
Amazon.
bargain. Way to
Anyway.
go. Okay, this is John from Kansas City, Kansas. Ernestine, we all know Skip waits until the last second to buy your Christmas
true,
gifts.
yes.
Are you okay with that, or think, well, why does he do this?
He did not do it this year.
I learned my
Because-
lesson.
Well, last year we had the blow up. Wasn't it last year when you went to the mall last minute,
2 years
Christmas
ago.
Eve,
2 years ago.
9:30 at night, and then I thought something would happen to
It was
you?
Saturday night.
Well, because you always ask me, what do I want for Christmas? And I say, well, why do you ask me? It's so, I don't know. It just surprised me. And then,
What I've done in the past with her, I thought successfully, was for birthdays and Christmas, to me, I want to get you what you want, not what I want for you. Because
but
what
it
I
takes
want
the
for you,
fun
you
out
won't
of it.
like.
Oh,
Okay,
just
but you
dropped
say
the
it
pen.
takes the
Sorry.
fun out. But I say it's money well spent when we go shopping on Christmas Eve or Christmas
Yeah.
Day or whenever we go, or go the day after for
Right,
the
right.
sales. And you can buy to your heart's content. Whatever you
It's
want,
not fun.
I will buy. But it seems like it would be fun to just say, oh, I got
No.
carte blanche. Let's
no,
let's
it's-
go
it's
in
more
Bloomingdale's.
fun when somebody buys
Let's go
you
to
something
the
and
jewelry
surprises
store.
you. surprises you. Open the bag and, oh my God. Anyway, this year, on his show, he told me they did a promo for his Christmas show that's going to be this week, that they gave you all the materials to wrap a gift.
It was for a joke,
Right, a
where I would look foolish wrapping a gift. We all had all the talent on the show.
Everybody had to do it. And I asked him how he did, and he said he did the best out of everybody.
That's what they told me.
Well, I'm sure you
I
did.
didn't see the others do it.
Okay.
I did it by myself.
But they said that you did it. Then, 3 days ago, you called me from the other side of the house. I'm sitting at my desk, and you were watching your games, and you said, oh, I have a problem. I said, what's the problem? I don't know. I have your gifts. How am I going to wrap them?
Good question.
It's like, well, I don't know. Do you want me to wrap my own gifts? And you said, no, I just don't know what to put them in. I said, well, didn't you know that you just did on the show? You know how to wrap? I can give you wrapping paper. He said, no, I don't know how to do that. So then I said, I'll give you boxes. And you said, yeah, boxes will work. But you said, then it has to be wrapped. Well, I can wrap them. And then I said, well, I have a better idea. I have gift bags. I said, I'll give you gift bags. Just stick it in the gift bag. I'll give you tissue paper. Put the tissue paper on top.
Okay.
So
Done.
now I know you bought me a gift before Christmas.
Well, I do. I bought gifts because I learned my lesson, because I did a mad walk. We live like a
2
block
minutes
and a
from the
half
mall.
from the best mall in the world. And you shamed me on...
Oh, God, I shamed him.
It was like Christmas Eve, I think.
You went on Christmas Eve. You were mad, and you
was
walked
mad.
out at 9 o'clock at night. And I said, where are you going? You said, I'm going out. And then you walked, because the mall was open till 10 or something.
Yeah, I stormed down the
and you went in
corridor of the
mall
mall, just looking for a
looking,
shop.
please.
Just like, what am I going to buy?
Oh, my God,
What am I
so
going to buy? So I
horrible.
bought her a dress that I really liked that she hasn't
Beautiful.
worn.
It's if I go to the Oscars, I'm going to wear it.
All right.
Or the Emmys.
Waste of money.
Well, who knows? Maybe we'll both win.
I don't think we're going to the Oscars.
I don't know, maybe. Never say never.
Anytime soon.
But I have a great dress for the Oscars and the Emmys.
Okay. It's
Maybe
a great
you'll get
dress.
nominated
I liked
again for
it.
an Emmy.
Maybe.
Could
okay,
happen.
that could work. Okay.
Or a Webby.
This is Donna from one of our favorite towns in America, Avon, Connecticut.
Yes, we love Avon.
We used to
you
live...
used to go play golf in Avon, Connecticut.
I did. I played a whole
a
lot
great-
of golf in Avon, Connecticut, and she
great
used to go
area.
with me
Yeah,
back
it's
in
so
the day
beautiful.
up through, I can't remember the names of the towns.
was
But when I
beautiful.
was at ESPN, and we lived
to
at
play
the
with
Residence
Duke.
Inn up there, played with Duke
Castiglione.
Castiglione.
Who's
You know?
on now Boston News
Boston.
Channel.
Yep. Yeah, I'd go up to play
was
with Duke
beautiful.
on something Ridge. I forget
Yeah,
what the
it
name
was
of it
something
was.
Ridge. It was beautiful.
But it was
That-
in Avon.
Yeah.
It was.
They
Amazing.
must have their houses decorated nicely.
Oh, God, it would be sensational. I love Christmas decorations. I do. I like to go look at them.
Yeah, they have some
Yeah.
good ones.
Donna asks, do either of you wrap your Christmas
There you
gifts
go.
or always have someone from a store wrap them for you? Well, you kind of answered
I
part of that.
personally, I'm an excellent gift wrapper.
She is, and she just
I
wrapped all
actually-
my gifts
I wrapped all his
for
gifts.
everybody at my
and
show.
I like to do it with ribbon, but when I was out of a job, when I lost my job in New York during one of my stints between jobs, I actually became a gift wrapper at Bloomingdale's.
You did?
Yeah, I wrapped gifts on 59th Street. They hire temporary help.
Yeah.
I was one of the ones who wrapped.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
well, that explains your expertise.
I love wrapping gifts. I love stationery stores. I have more gift wrap in the back of my house right now. I must have 20 rolls of Christmas wrap because every time I see a really cute Christmas wrap decoration, I just buy a roll that I think is cute.
Okay.
I like to wrap things all year long in Christmas paper.
Well, maybe you could wrap my gifts for you.
I will. I'll put them in the box and then give me back
Then
the
you'll
box
be
and I'll
really
wrap it.
surprised, right?
Yeah. And I'll say, wow, what great wrapping this is.
Well, I could try to wrap.
No,
I've
you
never
don't.
had a store wrap a gift before.
I've had a store wrap like an engagement present or something like that, but never. I'm a better wrapper than they are. And I like wrapping gifts. It gives me joy. I put on Christmas music and I put all the gifts out. I still have a bunch of gifts to wrap and I'm going to do them later.
I think I'm going to put on wrap and wrap.
Yeah, I knew you were
Right?
going to bring wrap. Let's get Wayne over. He could
Okay,
wrap.
Wayne
while
could
we're-
wrap while we wrap. And then you'd
That would
have
be
the
perfect.
goat wrapper.
Right. Wrapping.
And it would turn you into the goat wrapper.
But Wayne does not wrap gifts. When we get Wayne's gifts, they've been wrapped already.
By the
I
store.
think Lucy wraps them.
I think the store wraps them.
Sometimes the store wraps them. Whatever.
Okay.
Depends on what they are.
Okay, this is Linda from Boulder, Colorado. Do you prefer a, quote, white Christmas or a, quote, warm and sunny Christmas?
Okay. I love the movie White Christmas,
Yeah,
and this
she
sweatshirt
does.
that I have on,
Oh,
Pine Tree, Vermont.
wow.
What does that say?
America's Snow Playground.
That is the fictitious.
Oh, that's it.
That's
Oh, that's
it.
from White
It's from
Christmas.
Pine Tree is where the
Oh,
house is.
wow.
And then I have show and tell. I brought this. It says Columbia Inn. If anybody knows White Christmas, the movie, Pine Tree, Vermont. This is my other White
So
Christmas
they actually
sweatshirt.
sell that.
Yeah, they have everything White Christmas. They have White Christmas is one of the top movies in my world.
And
so I love White Christmas.
And who starred in White Christmas?
Rosemary Clooney,
Yes.
Danny Kaye, Bing Crosby, and Vera Ellen.
I was 3 out of 4. I didn't
And
know
White
the last.
Christmas and Holiday Inn are technically the same type of movie. It's the same movie, but they competed, and I think they came out a year between each other. And the other one is Fred Astaire and Bing Crosby.
Okay, so Holiday Inn is a movie, not a hotel chain.
That's where they
Right,
got the
okay.
name, the hotel chain
they
from,
got
was
it.
from Holiday Inn. So Holiday Inn is the other really great Christmas movie, and White Christmas, they're both the same, Irving Berlin music. It's
Okay,
the best.
so that's sort of metaphorical, but
Mm-hmm.
would you prefer snow or sun?
There's something about a White Christmas that fits the bill. It's
So
a
you'd
Currier
miss
and
that.
Ives
Yeah.
postcard, just for a day. You don't want it. I used to spend a lot of Christmases before I met you in Hawaii. And the craziest thing was laying on a beach in Hawaii in Honolulu they would have a giant Santa inflatable on the beach, and it would be 98 degrees.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you'd hear the ukuleles playing all the Christmas music
Yeah.
because it was like land of Don Ho.
Well, the odds are here, I don't know if it's still supposed to rain,
It's going to
but
rain Tuesday through Friday.
is it? Okay. But the odds are pretty good that here in Los Angeles on a Christmas day, you well could have 70, 75 degrees.
Yeah, well, I was talking to somebody today that he was glad it's going to rain here this week because he said when it rains here, he skis up in the mountains. That guarantees snow.
That's true. Okay. Because
But
you can go snow ski from here.
2
It can be
hours,
75 here in 2 hours you're snow skiing.
So I prefer a White Christmas with actual snow to just feel like it's Christmas. But then after that, that's enough.
I didn't mind a white Christmas with a fireplace.
Yeah.
That's Christmas to me. But I've worked in Miami and done Christmases in Miami and now LA a whole lot. And I don't mind it here either.
Yeah.
I just really think, and I shouldn't say this publicly, but I will, that the weather here is the best weather anywhere because there's no humidity.
There is humidity. I don't know
No.
how you think there's no humidity
There's no
here.
humidity. There's
There,
none.
you don't watch the weather. There are days where there's 78% humidity.
I don't feel any.
Well, because
I don't go outside and drip
you've
sweat.
mentally conditioned yourself that there's no humidity here.
Yeah, but if you've ever been in Houston, Texas, that's
I've lived in New
humidity.
York City. It's
Heck,
humid.
Miami Beach is humidity,
Yeah.
right?
It's not the same. It doesn't feel the same humidity, but there is humidity here.
Okay. So would you say that White Christmas is your favorite Christmas movie?
White Christmas is my favorite Christmas
Okay,
movie.
your favorite.
Definitely,
get
without
this.
a doubt.
So speaking of that, I checked on IMDb's list of, I forget, I went top 100.
Top 100 Christmas movies.
Ranked Christmas movies, top 100. So we're going to take some issues with their top
Yeah.
100, and we start off with "It's a Wonderful Life." It's everybody's favorite Christmas
Everybody
movie,
loves it. It's not my favorite.
and
one.
I never loved it.
I find it depressing.
I don't think I've ever made it all the way through it,
I
which
find it very depressing.
probably disqualifies me. But
It's a little bit like Scrooge because
I feel like they stole the
Yeah.
plot from
from Scrooge.
Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause he sees his life.
He invented this plot for Ebenezer Scrooge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Jacob Marley, and
Yeah. It's very similar.
and every time I start to get into it, I say, well, wait a second, I've already seen this. They
Yeah.
just changed the flavor of it, right?
Yeah.
And
But
made
people love
they
that movie.
Americanized A Christmas Carol by
Yeah.
Charles Dickens. That's what they did, and it became the #1 movie of all time.
Who did
right, of
it?
Christmas.
Who did that? I
don't
forgot.
even know.
Tyler, who did
It's a Wonderful
Life? Frank Capra.
Yeah, Frank Capra. Okay.
Who was an amazing director.
Okay, second on the IMDb list is Home Alone. And
We love Home Alone.
we do love it, and we watch it every year, though more and more as we watch it year after year after year, we're starting to fast forward to just the Joe Pesci Wet Bandit scenes where they try to do the home invasion, right?
But I have to say, Saturday Night Live
You know
this
what?
week,
It
worked.
We're watching Saturday
my
Night
God,
Live in
it
part
was-
because Cher was on.
I wanted to see with Cher because I don't like, it's lost so much over the years, but
And I do like
So they
Ariana
s-
Grande. I
yeah,
just like her.
she's okay.
She's
But
talented.
Cher was my reason for watching.
I understand.
But they start off doing this skit with Home Alone, and they just take the mom saying
They took it exactly
like
from the
Kevin's
movie.
back and
Yeah,
the whole,
and Ariana played Kevin,
Yeah.
which is a little bizarre, but
she
it
looks
worked.
like- because she's little and
yeah,
thin.
it worked. And the mom, who's played by Catherine O'Hara,
Right.
but one of the skit players plays the mom, and they took the exact dialogue
Tyler, did you see it? It was great. Oh my God.
and
We
and
were watching,
then
we're like,
the-
oh,
the-
this
and we're
is
going,
like,
and-
where's
and-
this
and after-
going?
It goes on for like 3 minutes
Yeah.
of actual dialogue, and I'm thinking, oh, they're just
Say- it's
paying-
exact
It's
dialogue.
like homage.
Right.
It's like they're just saying, wasn't this a great
Right.
movie? And we just recreated the opening, a few bits of it.
And the brothers and sisters walk in.
Then
oh,
they
Kevin,
walk
you're
in.
back.
Oh, okay. And what's his name is playing the bully from Weekend Update. He's married to Scarlett.
Colin Jost.
Colin Jost is playing the bully. He was
Right.
pretty good.
Yeah, he
actually.
was good.
And all of a sudden,
Takes the turn.
Kevin says, no, don't do that. And he's left all of his weaponry up.
the
it's
marbles
still,
on the floor.
Yeah, it's all up. And it starts off with the father gets torched in the hair, and it sets his hair on fire like Pesci
then he
in Home Alone
combusted.
2. It's in New York, in
yeah,
the bathroom.
right.
But we get that in
and
the
then
front
he
room.
completely blows up.
And he just,
oh my God.
And at first it was horrible because the man is burning to death
were
in front of you,
laughing,
but then he just
then he
burns
just-
completely up and explodes. Okay, and
It
then
goes on.
then we go from gory to funny in a
was
heartbeat.
one of
and
the
then,
funniest
Then
skits.
everything starts happening. All the tricks start to
Right.
happen to everybody, and they just
family.
the whole family gets annihilated. They all get killed by
oh
his
my God.
tricks.
It was one of their best skits they've
was
done.
funny.
I got to tell you, that was.
And she started laughing and couldn't stop.
laughing, and you were laughing. We were both sitting here laughing.
It's the one where any of that kind of
It was a side splitter.
it's one where you can't speak
Oh my
because
God!
you start
it was
laughing
just
so hard,
because they kept on doing
and it just
one after.
it was another one and another one and another one to where you can't talk,
Oh my God!
where you're laughing so hard you can't
It was-
speak. You can barely get your breath.
If you didn't watch
But-
it, you should pull it up on YouTube.
But there's this fine line between terrible taste
Oh, it was
and
horrible,
funny.
but it was too
It was
funny. It
terrible
was-
what they were doing.
Oh.
But then what you have to let it do to make it funny is you have to set the guy's hair on fire and then have him just burn,
then he
burn
just
up and just
disintegrated.
explode. Okay, then it's funny. Okay, then you know it's not real
Oh my God!
anymore.
It
Okay.
was just one after the
They're
other.
shooting
and-
arrows into people's eyes, and it's just like, it's unbelievable.
It was the funniest.
Okay, and
skit for
number
a
3
while.
on the IMDb list, believe it or not,
Oh, you're in luck.
is Die Hard.
Of course.
I have argued for many years
Yes, you
it's
have.
a Christmas movie. It has Christmas spirit.
I give it up. I agree.
She agrees.
We
And
love it.
We will watch it. Again,
We
in
will
part,
watch it, and he will recite every line, so
I
we
know
could just
every
mute
line
it.
by heart. And by the way, you can't see sideways. We won't show you. But if we pulled our curtain up over
Yeah.
here and looked out this way, we can see the actual Nakatomi
That's why
Plaza.
he wanted to move here.
That's
so
why
he could-
you can just see it
I know, but
rise
that
up
was the
out of the
reason
trees.
you wanted to move here, so you could see it.
It's about
Around the
couple
corner.
of blocks
it's around
here,
the block.
just
yeah.
right around the block from us. It's actually a Fox Tower,
Yep.
but it's Nakatomi Plaza that they took over for the shooting of this movie, which obviously completely takes place in Nakatomi Plaza on Christmas Eve,
The
going
great-
to Christmas
great
morning,
Bruce Willis.
with the great Bruce Willis. God
God
bless
help
him. Yeah, God help him. And
It is. It is good. No matter what, Alan Rickman, it is just.
it ends early Christmas morning with Bruce and his estranged wife driving away in the
Bedelia.
back of Argyle's limo, and the song is, "Oh, the weather outside
Yes.
is frightful."
It's so
right?
good.
Who sings that? It's like some classic guy or something.
Everybody has done it.
It's
Dean
like
Martin has
Vic
done it.
Damone or somebody. I don't
Dean
know.
Martin.
Maybe it was one of those, or Bing Crosby. It might be Bing Crosby.
Everybody has done it. Frank has done it. Sinatra.
But they drive away on Christmas morning, and he saves the day, kind of like, you know, a New York cop of a Santa Claus. He actually saves the day. He saves everybody in the firm. Some died, but
It is so good.
and he beats the bad guys at their own game.
I actually tried to get you for Christmas, but I couldn't get it. There's Julian's auction house here, and they did a Die Hard auction at some point, and I went on it.
Wow.
And they were auctioning off the frames of the guy, of whoever was the art director,
Yeah.
sketched each scene. And I tried to get you the one with the
Yeah.
elevator when he says, "Come to the coast, have a good time." You know that one?
No, he's not in the elevator. He's in the shaft.
He's in the shaft. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. He's in the
He's
shaft.
stuck in the
And
shaft.
that's when he lights the
Come to
light.
the coast,
The
we have
match.
a few laughs.
Yeah,
okay.
but it was sold already.
How he got out of that,
Oh.
I'm not sure. That would have been my most horrifying moment because I'm afraid of heights,
Oh,
and you're
and I'm
looking down
claustrophobic,
like
so
40
forget it.
floors to the bottom of this thing.
That was his best movie ever.
It was Bruce at his greatest, and
Yeah,
he
he
drives it. It doesn't work without his energy,
so
his
good.
wit, his swagger, his wits. Like,
Yeah.
And it's such a clever plot.
And
the
he
way
was in such great shape.
he was in such great shape, and he has to outwit the bad guys, and it's a 1,000,000 to 1 shot you're even going to survive.
Yeah.
And not only does he survive, obviously he thrives.
So good.
So it is definitely a Christmas movie, and I was dumbfounded that IMDb would put
Yeah.
it third on its
I
list.
think that's been a fight with a lot of people. They love that movie.
Okay, number 4 is A Christmas Carol, and
We
you can
love
pick
that.
whichever version, but we just talked
1938.
about it. I do love that one.
Alistair
Sim,
Yeah.
S-I-M. But there's a 1953, and there's
everybody has made it.
It's been made again and again, and then there was
You can't beat
Scrooged
it. I
with
mean,
Bill Murray.
yeah.
And yeah, the idea. I even have the book of a book of the. It's more of a short story, but it is a book that he put out in serial form leading up to Christmas in a magazine where you just have to buy the magazine. I guess weekly it probably
Yeah,
was,
probably.
where you just got a chapter at a time. And we'll watch it, and I will love it. And then that 38 one,
That one's
1938.
great. It has June Lockhart
It has
in
June
it.
Lockhart as a teenager, believe it or not.
And her mother and father.
And her mother and father play together the Cratchits.
Yeah, they were
They're
Bob
Bob
Cratchit.
Cratchit and the wife. Yeah.
I didn't even know she was a teenager. Maybe she was 8 or 9 or something, right?
No, she looks like she's 12 or 13.
Maybe.
She plays like the oldest daughter.
She just passed away
She
at
just
100.
passed away.
God bless her.
God bless her.
That movie is just
God bless us, everyone.
Tiny Tim.
There you go. And number 8 on the list is A Christmas Story, and it's kind of like A Wonderful Life to me. I just
Christmas Vacation.
no Christmas
Oh, you're
Story.
going. Oh, you're jumping. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
It's
did. You
number-
missed Christmas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Vacation.
You got me.
Griswold.
You were right. I'm sorry. 6 is A Christmas Vacation. So that's another one where we're like, yeah, because we will watch A Christmas Vacation. It's just funny, and it doesn't miss much. It doesn't.
That is continuous laughs
It's about a 90% hit rate,
Yeah.
which is high for a comedy.
The turkey, when he's eating the turkey, the dry turkey, and the squirrel gets in the Christmas tree.
It's just funny,
so
and the
funny.
sled scene
Oh
is
my God,
so
the sled
funny.
when he's sledding down in
it's
the
a laugh
electric.
out loud.
It's going so fast, and he goes through that little snow house.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't get better. Chevy Chase.
And Chevy Chase's character is like a Ron Burgundy
He is.
character, where he's a goof. He's
And Beverly D'Angelo plays it so
God.
straight. She's like Edie Falco in Sopranos.
yeah, she does. She plays the straight character.
Yeah.
who's rolling her eyes, but she still loves him
Yeah.
in spite of himself. And he's the classic, he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get it. He's the dad who doesn't get
They're
it.
driving underneath the car, remember,
God.
with the loggers?
It's funny, we highly recommend it. I think it's underrated.
Jeez, that's the best.
Which brings me to number 8, A Christmas Story, which
Yes.
again, I don't get A Christmas
I
Story.
never loved A Christmas Story.
I just never thought it was funny or cute or clever. The tongue on the frozen
I
pole.
like Darren McGavin.
okay.
He played the dad, but I'm not high on that one.
Okay. Number 9 is a classic that people don't embrace that much, but it's A Miracle on 34th Street. And speaking of launching a career, the original version of this with Edmund Gwynn
Yeah.
as Santa Claus trying to prove in court, no, I'm actually
He is
Santa
Santa.
Claus. And
Natalie
tiny
Wood.
little Natalie Wood, she's like 8,
Maybe,
5,
something.
6.
Yeah.
She plays the little
And
girl.
she was beautiful back
and she
then.
nails it, and she makes it go.
Yeah,
And she launched a career. God rest her soul.
yeah, she was
Still
gorgeous.
don't exactly know how she passed. Then number 11, shockingly high on this list for us, was Bad Santa with our man Billy
Yeah.
Bob Thornton, our friend. And I think when I've talked to him about it, he likes that character because that character is pretty much him. But he says the Landman character, he's just playing himself.
I think Bad Santa, though, was one of the first of the Christmas movies where there was a bad Santa.
Yeah.
You know, then they knocked him off with a million other
They
people
did.
knock
No,
off
that's true.
bad Santas. But that was breakthrough.
But Billy has some bad Santa, and he's actually a really good
One of the
man with a
nicest
big
men.
heart.
Man, yeah, he's a wonderful
But
man.
he's got some bad
got a
Santa
tough
in him.
side to
Yeah,
him.
he's got
He's
a
just
tough side and kind of a negative. Screw that
He
side.
doesn't care. He's not a Hollywood ass kisser.
And
so.
he's a chain smoker, and so it fit for him to play Bad Santa. And then they made another one. It was so successful. And then I have to drop all the way down to 37th on this list to get to your favorite movie, White Christmas.
I can't believe that.
I know.
I don't get that. Seriously, that is too sad.
And I have to drop to 60th out of the top 100 for your other favorite classic, which is Christmas in
Christmas
Connecticut.
in Connecticut, Barbara Stanwyck.
Yeah.
That is one of the best. They remade it with Schwarzenegger directed it, and Chris Christopherson and Diane Cannon played in it. Wow. I have that on VHS.
Really?
What about
knew?
Holiday Inn? They didn't list that?
I didn't see it on there, but you should have asked me,
yeah,
and
I
I would
should
have
have
probed
asked you,
for it. I didn't see it. You're going to knock the camera over with your feet.
Christmas in Connecticut is so good.
And early in our relationship, I think we saw this, or did we see it on TV? Christmas with the Cranks, which is
that was
just silly,
funny.
but it's funny.
Oh, when
It's-
he gets the suntan, remember?
It's pretty funny.
Jamie
They're
Lee
gonna go
Curtis
away.
is in
She's
that.
in it.
That's one of the funniest movies.
What's his name? Who's now
Tim Allen?
Tim Allen? Yeah,
He was great in that.
he
That
was
was
great.
great.
It made me laugh, and I didn't think I
That
would
is
like
funny
it.
when they're all the pressure of trying to get their decorations on the front lawn, and they're all mad at them because they didn't
that's
do
true.
anything because they're going away on holiday.
They're going away. That is true.
It was funny.
It was funny. Next question is Arian from Worcester, Mass.
Oh, wow.
Sledding, of course, speaking of sledding,
Yeah.
is a huge part of the holiday season. I'm going to be honest, there is no world where I could see either of you ever sledding growing up. Please tell me I'm wrong, because I want to have the vision of a young Skip Bayless sledding down a hill. You
Isn't
want to
it
go first?
Arlene? It's
Oh,
Arlene.
I thought it was Arian. I'm sorry, I misread it.
Arlene.
Arlene,
I have to
sorry,
tell you,
forgive
I
me.
grew up sledding.
Yeah.
I grew up with a father who always we had sleds. We had the original sleds that kind of is in A Christmas Story with Peter Billingsley, the red with the wood on the side.
Yep.
My father, when it would snow, back in the day, it seemed to snow a lot more than it does now. He would pull us in the street because the streets were so full of snow and no cars could pass. He would pull me and my brother and my sister each at a time on the sled. We had those other sleds that were like a triangle. They were like flying saucers.
Yeah, they were.
And we would go, and my mother would say, "Be careful because you can't go down the hill." And we would take them to a place where there was a hill. It was the best.
It was the best. So, Arlene, forgive me for mispronouncing your name. I hate to blow your image of me, but believe it or not, I grew up in Oklahoma City. There are actually hills in Oklahoma City, even though people view it as completely
There are
flatland.
hills
There are hills, like the golf course I grew up on called Lincoln Park. It's very hilly. It has some
Yeah, it's a
real
lot of hills,
swooping
yeah.
hills. there's also a golf course across the street called Twin Hills, so it's
Right.
got hills.
A
And
lot of hills.
weirdly, even though most of my neighborhood was flat, down the street from us, there was a cross street called 48th Street by Mayfair Grade School. And 48th Street crossed our street and then went straight uphill. And it was an incredibly steep hill. And usually twice a year in Oklahoma City, you get snow and maybe ice.
You get a lot of ice there.
You get ice storms.
Yeah,
So
ice
what you
storms.
want for the sledding is the ice storm, because then it's just going to
my
ice over
God.
48th Street.
And then you can go
And so
fast
when
as you
that
want.
happened, I had a sled, and it didn't happen very often, but I don't know, 6 or 8 times between 5 and 10 years of age, I dragged my sled up the hill to the top of 48th, where the whole neighborhood kids would just gang up
Yeah.
and go one at a time down the hill on
Fun.
sleds.
Dangerous.
It was
when
pretty
you look
dangerous.
Back at it, now.
It was pretty dangerous because we would fly
Oh
down
my
the hill.
God. You could crack your head
And
open.
you could do a lot of bad things, but
Yeah.
I don't remember any bad
Nobody
things
ever got
happening to
hurt.
anybody. I don't
And
remember
they
anybody.
always had like a rope to pull it. Remember, it was like
They
a rope
did.
on the sled. I don't know why. It was like a thick rope that you would pull the sled with.
I can't remember if the
I think
wood
you
could
steered
guide
it with the wood.
I
Yeah,
think
you could steer it
guide
with the wood.
These
That
are
was
old.
fun.
It's
Well,
like,
they do it in Central Park. There's the hills in
it's
Central
old
Park.
like Rosebud sleds.
Yes, it's
Remember
exactly,
Rosebud?
yeah, Rosebud. That's what he had in Christmas Story. He had that.
Oh, he did.
He had that
That's right.
sled.
He did have that
I think they
sled.
still make them.
So Arlene, thank you for that question, but I did sled.
We're sledders.
I hope I didn't ruin
Oh, it's okay.
your vision of me, but
He doesn't sled now.
Michael from Las Vegas says,
Love
while I
Vegas.
doubt either of you drink this, do you take your hot chocolate with or without marshmallows? I would say mellows, but it's spelled mallows.
Marshmallows. I drink hot cocoa
Yeah,
almost every other night. I'll have a hot
she
cocoa.
does. She has a hot cocoa.
Swiss Miss, low calorie.
Low calorie.
But I put 2 envelopes at 40 calories a piece in there, so it's really thick and chocolatey, and my mother would do the same thing.
I didn't know you even did this. I'm learning.
Wow.
I didn't know
I
this.
hide it. I put it in a mug that you can't
Really?
see it.
Okay.
And then you let it, my secret is you let it sit for a little bit before you stir it. You don't stir it all that much. And then on the bottom, all the chocolate cakes up. It's this, and then you could eat it with a spoon. It's the same thing you would do with, remember Nestle's Quick? You would
do.
make that hot chocolate too. You could use that.
But that was for chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk, but you make it, you could do it, you just heat it up and the chocolate is on the bottom. And we used to eat the Nestle's Quick with spoonfuls. We would
Really?
just, oh my God. Did you never did that?
No, I never did that.
Oh,
Good.
a lot of people must do that. Tyler, did you ever do that?
What?
Nestle's
No.
Quick, you eat it with the spoon?
No.
Oh my God.
Tyler, big no.
Well,
Hmm.
somebody out there besides me and my sister did it. So I love hot cocoa.
So the only times I ever drank hot chocolate, that's all I ever called it, was hot
Yeah.
chocolate,
Yeah, hot cocoa, hot chocolate.
was at freezing cold football games, like college football, like Oklahoma football
Yeah.
games at Nebraska or Nebraska at Oklahoma back in the day. You'd go at halftime, you had no choice. You wouldn't get like a Coke because it's freezing cold.
Coffee,
So-
tea, or hot cocoa.
yeah, so you would get hot chocolate to try to warm you up, and that's
So
the only time
good.
I ever had it. And
It
then it
is
would burn my
good.
mouth, and I'd be like, "Well, this,
Oh, I love
what's
hot
the
cocoa.
point?"
Of course, they make the real without being the diet that I drink. That is so good. And I make like peanut butter hot cocoa. They make everything. I love
I didn't
that.
know you had it every night.
I do.
Crazy.
Well,
The things you
especially in
learn
the
about
winter
your
time,
wife.
yeah.
She's doing it right in front of me. I don't
Secret.
even know what she's
Yeah,
doing.
I'm hiding the hot cocoa.
You're like an addict.
Yeah,
and I
give me
didn't
that
know
hot
it.
cocoa. I need the hot cocoa.
Well, we're gonna have to take you to hot
Yeah,
cocoa
AA,
rehab.
hot cocoa.
God, what does
AA
it do to
hot
you?
cocoa.
Is that why you get mad at me so
It's
easily?
caffeine free. You could drink it before you go to bed.
I don't think it's caffeine.
Anyway, it is. It says on the box caffeine free.
I don't buy that.
Whatever.
Whatever. Last question is from Patricia from St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh.
Meet me in St. Louis.
I love that, Judy
Wow.
Garland.
Judy Garland, that was her.
Isn't Fred Astaire in that?
Well, that's where her mother met her father.
Yeah, Vincent Minnelli. He directed
I mean,
it.
wait a minute. No,
Liza
what am I
Min-
saying?
That's where she met her husband.
She met her husband. What am I
Yeah.
saying? She was
Judy
like
married Vincent
she's playing
Minnelli.
like a teenager,
playing
but she's actually
older.
23
Yeah.
or something
She was
like
beautiful in that.
and met Vincent
Minnelli, who was a young
who
director.
talked her into doing this movie because he said, "I'm going to make you a star."
And he did.
And the shots of her, the glamour shots of her in the window, or
Her lips were so beautiful,
Oh.
natural, plumped, not by Botox or anything.
could she sing? Whew, man, somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
Right? This
She
is
sings,
Patricia from
yeah.
St. Louis who asked, Ernestine, when your family celebrated Hanukkah, did you and your sister get gifts every night or all on one night, or what happened?
We really didn't give gifts on Hanukkah, though.
What
I think
day
I
of
gave
the
my
holiday,
mother.
yeah.
I think we used to give my mother a gift on Hanukkah just because she was
Your mother.
the Jewish
Mm-hmm.
mom. We did more gifts just for Christmas. We didn't get for Hanukkah. My mother would make a dinner. That was the Hanukkah celebration. She would just make a dinner, roast chicken or something like that. We never had gifts for
It wasn't
Hanukkah.
that big a deal in your household.
No, we celebrated it. We celebrated Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, all of those, but really by doing dinners, not by gifts.
Okay.
You know, we could
So
do
did you
Christmas
get gifts?
No, not for Hanukkah.
You didn't get any Hanukkah gifts on any of those? Is it 7
7 nights? No, never.
Wow.
Christmas.
Your mom was a Christmas mom.
Yeah, she loved Christmas. And we would celebrate it, just we'd give her a gift, but it wasn't like we didn't have a menorah up. We never had a menorah. Although, no, my mother did have a menorah in the window. She would just light the menorah 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, but not with an actual festivity thing where we sat around and gave presents. Nope. We didn't have
Okay.
dreidels or anything.
All right. That is it for episode 52. Again, we wish you all a
Merry
very
Christmas,
Merry Christmas. And
Merry
if you-
everything, happy
Hanukkah,
everything.
Happy life,
Just enjoy,
happy year.
God bless, good health.
And we'll see
We'll see
you
you
after
after
Christmas,
Christmas.
if in fact we're still speaking
Well,
after
I
what
gotta
I
open
got
up the
her.
gifts
Yeah.
first and see what he
Yeah.
wraps.